the failure rate for embryo histo in my year was like 50%. I ended up getting a B- in that class, and all I could say is, God, I thank you. Hey y'all, welcome back. If you are new here, special welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Adun Alurin and I'm a 4th year medical student. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with y'all my grades throughout my first year of medical school. Yes, my literal letter grades for each course I'm going to be sharing with y'all. And it's usually taboo in med school to share your grades. I literally don't even know the grades of some of my closest friends. We don't share grades. We don't talk about grades. It's just not a thing. But for the sake of this video, I will be sharing my grades with y'all. Yes, I am back here on the internet talking all my business, but I want to do this because y'all do not believe me when I say you don't have nothing to worry about. So I'm going to show you what grades I ended up with even after I was not ready for certain exams, even after I went into exams nervous and feeling unprepared, and even after I came out of some exams feeling like I didn't do well. So I'm gonna share with y'all my experience and then literally show you my transcript and show you the grades I ended up with in the end, so y'all can trust me when I say you have nothing to worry about. But without further ado, let's get into this video. Before we get started, I just want to quickly thank Luisa for sending me these jewelry pieces to wear in this video. In my previous video, how to look put together in medical school, I mentioned Luisa. So many of you have heard of them already, but if you haven't seen that video and you have not heard about them, Luisa is a jewelry brand that boasts sustainability. So if you're looking for cute jewelry pieces but don't want to have a large carbon footprint out here, then definitely go and check them out. I will have them linked down in the description box. They're having a big Black Friday sale, so definitely go and check them out. All the jewelry pieces I have on right now and that I will be wearing, of course, throughout this video are from Luisa, so definitely go ahead and check them out. Okay, so let's get into these exams and these grades, okay? So I'm gonna start with embryology and histology. If you go to my school, you know this exam has become the bane of our existence. So when I was in first year, all of my med siblings and seniors and those who had gone before me told all of us, hey, this is what to do when you study for embryo. I remember this like yesterday. They were like, embryo is an easy A. All you need to do, read Langman's chapters 1 through 9, do the histo, mock Sparta, you can be straight as an easy A. So me, I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I'm just gonna do exactly what you say. I had Langman's, I think, on my Kindle, and I would be in the hairdresser reading. I would read, you know, whenever I had a chance throughout the semester. Like, I got those chapters in for the most part. But something told me the night before to go read the Seuss's notes. Maybe someone told me to read it, maybe my med sibling or something. So I spent all night the night before reading the Seuss's notes. Like, I stayed up to get through all of the notes, and I was like, all right, cool. I did what they said to do. I should be good. Girl. So I went to my exam. We're lined up outside Assembly Hall. I will literally never forget this morning. I am standing out there with my girl, couple people from my study group or whatever. And then, like a bat out of hell, we see this Mercedes, must be what, C-class, S-class, something. Literally, he reversed so fast, almost hit us standing in the line. I ain't playing. And we were like, well, who that is? Jump out the car. It's the professor. And so he comes out with a stack of papers. So we like, okay, this is the exam. Like, he came with the exam. Why he look so mad though? Like, what's going on? So we go in like nothing. Boom, boom, boom. I hand out the papers. Cool. Open to question 1. I'm like, what this is? I said, all right, cool, no watch nothing. Okay, cool. Question 2. What this is though, like, this ain't embryo, like this ain't histo. Question 3, I'm like, hold up, this ain't embryo, this ain't histo. One of my questions on my first page was, how many genes are in the human genome? Y'all, I was like, this is possibly a valid question, but this ain't embryo, this ain't histo. I literally close my booklet and look to the front to make sure I had the right paper. Leave assembly hall, exam is done, and everybody come on the exam like, what was that? No, what was that? That was crazy. The failure rate for embryo histo in my year was like 50%. And I can imagine why, because we literally all studied what they told us to study, which was Lyman's embryo. They told us to study histo. They told us boom, boom, boom. That's what we prepared for, and literally we did not get that. So it's like, there's no wonder people failed. There's no wonder why so many people failed. I ended up getting a B- in that class, and all I could say is, God, I thank you for the spot. It was histology heavy, and the histology professor that I have, that I think y'all still have, because I heard a first year mention it here on YouTube, the histology professor is very thorough. He's the real deal. If you know, you know. But that, I think the spotter and my knowledge of genetics and all that old bio is the only thing that helped me get through that exam, because it was not embryo. So the rest of my exams, in comparison to this one for the rest of the semester, as far as I remember, felt uneventful in comparison. So I don't really have any big story concerning the exams I took for the rest of this semester. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you what my grades were. And I have them written down because I don't even remember my grades out of my head, and I'll put them on the screen. I'll put a screenshot of my transcript so y'all know I ain't talking out of my head. So musculoskeletal. Now, even though I don't like anatomy, I still don't like anatomy in general. I actually really liked musculoskeletal. Like, I liked locomotor as a class. It was fun seeing cadavers and stuff for the first time in med school. It was a vibe. So I actually ended up getting A- in locomotor, so I really can't complain about that. Carib Civ, I did Carib Civ. This is a foundations course, so you can choose between like some different courses. So I did Carib Civ this semester and I got an A-. I don't remember much about this course. Bear in mind I was in my first year in 2016, so I don't remember what this course was like. I don't really have that much of a review on it. I don't remember, but that's what I got for Carib Civ. Molecular medicine, I got a B in. And I don't remember what my experience was in molecular medicine. It couldn't have been that bad, because maybe I would have remembered, or maybe it's bad enough for me to maybe repress the memory. I don't know. So FDT, Foundations of Disease and Treatment, is like a big course. I remember feeling like it was a lot of information. I remember memorizing like drug lists of tons of drugs. They had a pharmacology component, a microbiology component, a pathology component of FDT. So it was like a full course. It was like the mini me of Path and Microb. And if you've been with me with this channel, you know Path and Microb was not the course for me. But I managed to get out of FDT with a B. So honestly, I can't complain. So let's move on to second semester. So I'm gonna start with respi. Much like embryo, this course was an exam experience I will never forget. So respi was our first system-based course for medical school. It was the first system that we ever took. And I just remember, again, I remember it feeling like a lot of information, because in systems you got to know the physiology, you got to know the anatomy, the embryology, the pathology, the pharmacology, everything. So what I used to do, don't do this, but what I used to do in pre-clin is, like, if it came down to the wire and I had to choose which topics I would focus on, I would always focus on physiology and I guess like pathology and pharmacology. I'd always put anatomy last because it's worth the least technically, because it's usually heavy on the spotter, which isn't worth as much as the MCQ, which is usually heavy on physiology, pathology, etc. Okay, cool. So I'm thinking I got the formula right. So boom, I went into my spotter. And I wasn't ready for my spotter, because I ain't never ready for spotter. And on top of that, I don't think that fast. Like, I have still not gotten to a point where I could think that fast. If you ask me for change on the spot, I'm like, wait, 7 carry the 1 minus 2, round it up to I can't think fast. I can't think on the spot. So I knew coming out of spotter, like, you know, my spotter wasn't gonna carry no weight. My spotter wasn't gonna pull me through. So I remember coming out, talking to my study group, and I was like, y'all, when we get home, because we all lived like on the same flat, I was like, y'all, when we get home, we gotta take a nap, then we can wake up and we can just burst through this physio. We can just make sure we shell MCQ. Like, it cannot be any if, ands, and buts about it. We gotta kill it on the MCQ. And I'm basically like putting all my eggs in the basket of MCQ because I know that is all I have left to pass this exam, because I know that spotter was a dud. And what we used to do, we used to like prep questions for each other, like from our studying, and then like ask each other questions based on like what we studied. So I remember the questions coming and I wasn't able to answer not 1, not 2, not 3, not the next one, not the next one, not the next one. And I remember sitting there and I got so overwhelmed, because remember, this MCQ was my last hope for recipe. So I'm like, boy, if I don't do well on this MCQ, like, I'm done, like, I'm toast. So I sat there in front of my study group and I burst out crying. And I ain't talking about no solemn one single tear rolling down the eye. I'm talking about like, I mean to laugh. I'm talking about panic attack, anxiety attack type of tears. You know it's bad that I crying and I'm ashamed. I sat right there in front of them. It was 5 of us. I sat right there and I cried in front of all of them. And this is a common area, so anybody could walk in and see me crying like a baby. And I sat right there and I cried. I wiped my tears and I was like, okay, let's go. teach me. And we literally sat there and those girls taught me everything I needed to know to get through. I owe this grade to them. I ended up finishing recipe with a B-, when in truth I really should have failed. So yeah, gang, like, get yourself a loyal study group. You can't go wrong with a loyal study group. So now back looking on here, I'm gonna just tell you what the rest of my grades were for that semester. Cell bio, I got an A, and honestly I bet I had gotten an A in cell bio. If you don't know, my first degree is in biology, so I bet I had gotten an A, or I'd probably have to send my degree back in the mail. HCC, I got an A-. I don't know where the rest of my A grade went. I don't really remember much of this course at all, but yeah, A-. Basic heme, I got an A-, and y'all, I did not really like clinical heme, and I didn't really like clinical heme again when we did heme in Path and Micro B. So I don't know why I liked basic heme, but I really liked it and I managed to get an A-. Neuro 1, I got an A, and again, I actually really enjoyed Neuro 1, which is weird again because I did not enjoy Neuro 2. Neuro 2 for me was like Mandarin or calculus, and IMP, which is a pass-fail course. I passed, and again, I don't really remember much of what IMP in first year was like, because if I remember correctly, we went ahead to take it again in second year, and then another part of it again at the beginning of third year. So I don't remember what the first year portion was like, but it was pass fail and I passed. Anyway, y'all, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this video serves as confirmation that you can go into an exam not feeling that confident, and you can even come out of an exam still not feeling confident, and you may still be able to get through. So please do not worry. I will be praying for y'all as y'all go into finals next month. Y'all will be fine. Trust me. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and comment down below if you have any any tips or tricks for first year students or incoming medical students who need some encouragement during this crazy final season. Thank y'all so much for supporting me for the past year. We are almost at a year on this platform. I really appreciate it. If you have yet to subscribe, please hit that subscribe button so that I know that y'all are rocking with me and that I should continue to make videos like this here on this channel, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified each and every single time I post a video. And don't forget to check out Ana Luisa for cute sustainable jewelry pieces starting at $39 and going up from there. So there's a piece for everyone at Ana Luisa. Again, the link is in my description box, so definitely go ahead and check it out, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.